sports. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. We thank you for joining us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, in his week 2 of the preseason. Greg, as the coaches get ready for this one, you never know a preseason game was what we were preparing for. There was a focus and intensity after getting on the field for the first time as a unit in week 1.
You're exactly right, Mike. We had an opportunity to meet with these coaches, and from the way they talked, you would have thought this was week 10 of the regular season. I think really what it boils down to, this is another great opportunity to have your players play in live, full contact, full competitive against another opponent. You don't get a lot of those opportunities nowadays in practice, and both these coaches want to take advantage of this opportunity here today.
This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
And remember now, Mike, since they made the schedule change, this week 2 of the 3-week preseason is really the opportunity to have a dress rehearsal for a lot of these starters. We see them get more game opportunities and game reps, all in preparation for week 1 to kick off. But for the rest of the team, there's the guys looking to fight for roles, and there's a lot of guys just looking to fight to make the roster.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Young. That's into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The tight end is the man moving. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
These preseason games, Mike, they can be a little bit tricky. For so many guys on the roster, it's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth to potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Was great work after the catch to extend the drive. to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young senior behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Young hands it to Hubbard. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. One of the tight ends in motion right. Young to throw on first down. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. The rest of the fans get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter. Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession. To go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down, not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Davis to return it. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. He made sure that return was not going any farther. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. To the outside, he's got Smith. He's brought down and passes to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the 40-yard line. On the give, it's Hubbard. Oh, a loose football. Oh, but he'll gather it back in. A gain there 16 yards. It's good for a Panther first down. Receiver in motion, headed left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around, making the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they had a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but it's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
For a little more on that one, brought down well short of the first. They'll bring up 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field.
And this is blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball, if he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic first down, but he doesn't. Not only does he get through almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They send the tight end in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He gets this complete to his rookie fourth-round pick. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Minnesota.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it's a first down. It'll be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Quick throw here is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw out of the gun.
Drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. They'll look to throw again. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down on what should be the final play. first down, it is Hubbard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. And in motion is Smith. Throwing now from the gun. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate.
Here's their punter now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. That helps with being much more manageable third down. Getting some good yardage on that second down play.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Quick throw, taken in, and he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it, and they say it's 4th and inches.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to pick up the Vikings and he's going to have the Jets.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. Out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 37 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes in the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense.
He'll drop the throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away. And incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He pulls it in around the 5.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Pick is good. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They go up with 1st and 10. Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. He'll work forward for a couple. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Davis going in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Young. Pressure gets there. And he goes. So back up after the sack. And now it's 3rd and long. Sending a receiver right. From the gun here on 3rd down. It's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that ball. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the deep choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. We'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Space hard to come by there. He's tackle made right around the 40-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
A handoff, running left is Walker. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
Judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. On the handoff, this is Walker. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They run with Walker. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way home. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Vikings.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking speed, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. From the gun, it's Young. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Young. Trying the right side. Take it in by Collins. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back into the hands of Hubbard. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Young. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, not a good punt there. This is a dub. The Vikings offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Still 1st down.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day. Remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young defensive is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions. And so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now Young in trouble, and down he goes. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout and stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. A 2nd down throw for Young. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. I'm out. They put a receiver in motion to the left. To throw is Young. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. spotted at the 35. This is a 45-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. So we are at halftime in this preseason matchup. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you and Greg in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week. Before both these teams running through their final adjustments, it's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Quick throw here is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
He's going to pick up the Vikings 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
This one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the...
Short pass taken in by the tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Rounds another cap for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll throw here on third. This is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the air now on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of...
Oh, no chance there.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of it.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. 3rd and long. Back to throw.
So after their defense gives them a gift in their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Kristen Darrisaw, the 1st-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. To the ground after the penalty. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that is incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he can't get away. They rally with the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. He'll drop the throw. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. There are 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Middle they go. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll send him over to the left. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Panthers are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air this one out. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, with a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's brought down after a gain of couple. Second down and 8. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again. So, both teams trade touchdowns. Here's a 3rd and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Travel start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. That was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
I like a little bit of this risk-taking. When you found yourself with the lead in the 4th quarter, conservative wisdom says, just punt it away and let your defense win this game for you. But now after going for it on 4th down and extending the drive, they can continue to work this clock. And even if they do have to give the ball back to their opponent, they're going to get the ball back with a lot less time. So I really like that decision.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air once more on second down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. They go down as an incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
delay of game.
5.
Offense. Still first down.
They'll look to throw yet again. There's that man again. Another catch. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that was a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion now. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but they can't get it. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now he's free at the 35. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. The PAT up and good. Panthers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's off. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
They send the tight end in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Big stride. Look at him go. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 56 yards. This one complete right side. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Defense.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And that is in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Running is Akers. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Akers. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 4th down.
The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. That's a pickup of 75 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. 1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. Panthers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Panthers are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run here with Akers. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a run going left. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. 2nd down and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So a win here for the Vikings as they move to 2-0 in this preseason, getting that 2nd win here in week 2.